Hi everyone, we're talking about working with your accompanist today. This is advice that I kind of wish that I had gotten earlier. Not that it was mind-blowing, but it would have saved me some stress. If you can hire an accompanist for every single audition, that's wonderful, but a lot of people can't, and some people in the casting position even say, don't bring anybody, we've already got our person. Typically, when you are going to audition and an accompanist is involved, it's going to be a 16-bar audition. Yes, sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. Sometimes instead of saying 16 bars, they'll say keep it under 30 seconds. The point is these people want to get a sense of your voice, but they also want to get through the other 300 people auditioning that day. So here is some advice for making things easier for your accompanist. The first piece of advice is to limit page turns. So you can either have all of your sheet music on one sheet of paper, or you can lay your sheet music so that the person doesn't have to flip anything, they can just keep reading both pieces of paper. One thing people do when they hit the third page, I only have this one for the example and it doesn't have a third page, but what they do is they'll tape right in between and they'll just have a bunch of these laying flat to eliminate page turns. Some sheet music is easier for the accompanist to play because they're already familiar with it, but you don't always know that this person will be familiar with it. That's kind of relying on luck. One thing you could do is pick a song that is just easier to play, or at the very least, it's not challenging to play. Another thing you can do is to have sheet music that has the chords already written into the music. When the chords are already written into the music, the piano player can just look at those chords and not actually look at the actual accompaniment, and they can just make guesses, and their guesses are pretty accurate. When it comes to your sheet music being exactly 16 bars, you can pick something that is the correct amount, or within a couple of bars of 16 bars. Another thing you can do is to transcribe your sheet music so that you only have the 16 bar portion on paper. But the thing that a lot of people typically do is they'll have all of their sheet music available, but they'll mark the 16 bars that they want. They'll have a little red star where they start and end, or something like that. The point is you want to be able to very clearly say, start here, end here. When you are in the room, before you actually sing your song, have a brief conversation with the piano player. Hey, how's it going? I would like to do this song. I would like to do this speed, this tempo. Yeah, that sounds about right. And then you can actually begin your song. Most of the time, the sheet music instructs the piano player to go first and the singer to follow. But sometimes the singer starts, or the singer and the piano have to start at the same time, and you've never met this person before. So, if that is the case, you can ask for a bell tone. A bell tone is your starting pitch, so you know what note to start on, and so that you can kind of get more in sync with your piano player. Now, I keep the majority of my sheet music in page protectors, but a lot of piano players don't like it when it's too glossy. That's not going to be the thing that gets you the job or keeps you from getting the job, but one thing that accompanists do appreciate is if it's a little more matte, because it's a little easier for their eyes to focus. Alright, so hopefully this helps one or two of you out. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on social media, and I will see you all next time.